Well guys, we hit our first problem. I was cleaning up the rest of the front bezel by hand in the neutralization coil, and I saw something funny, so I put my meter on it, and guess what? And looking at it from the top here, you can see a wire break there. Insulation's missing there, and some other damage there, probably from rodents. So it looks like that was the first damage I found from that. All is not lost. Sam says it's 47 ohm resistance. We're just gonna have to get the right kind of wire and wind it ourselves. All right, Harley, show them what you found.
Well, there's your problem. If anything can be ripped apart or destroyed, then I'm the expert at it. So as soon as I touch it, it's doing. So yeah.
That's one of the wires that's busted. There's another one. Right here, it's all corroded. It's pretty bad. So we'll take out the coil and we'll assess that later. Yeah, I just did a quick resistance calculation on it with this website here. We need a little over 1,150 feet. The wire is 26 gauge, so it comes out to about 47 ohms, which is what Sam's specifies. So we got this right here, 1,280 feet, and that'll be just enough. So we're gonna rewind it ourselves, and hopefully it will be good. Okay, well, we got the yoke hooked up. I took all the resistance measurements, and it tests good. Got the purity coil over there, which also tests good. Got the speaker hooked in. Got the horizontal tubes pulled for now, so it doesn't power up the high voltage. And now let's give it a try. For current monitoring, I do have it hooked to a kilowatt meter. So let's do this. Ready?
Yep.
You excited?
Yep.
You want to record?
Sure.
Okay.
So basically, just so that we're clear, this is actually testing the entire thing except for picture.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So just keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Unusual like what?
Smoke, sounds.
Okay, I don't see anything.
What?
Nothing. I was gonna scare you, but then I thought you'd start yanking cords. I'm sorry. I want to be able to hear when the audio starts.
Oh my God.
I hear audio. There's audio. No smoke. We have audio.
We have audio. It's just very promising and nice and smooth too. Obviously this speaker's running face down. So if this worked, you know what the next thing to try is? Real quick.
Stick the tube on there.
No. We'll hook a signal to it. That's right. Tone control. crystal clear audio. It works.
Vance.
Everything works perfectly.
He was a shuttle pilot. And a friend.
Don't have to worry about that. You're right. Harmful bacteria lurk just below the gum line.
Gum Detoxify voted product
So,
of the year. It works
I'll hold
below
this
the gum
up.
line to neutralize
Since
harmful
this-
plaque bacteria and help reverse early gum damage. Gum Detoxify from Crest.
The tone
Ever
control
notice
on
how
this
hard it
works.
is to
Holy
clean
shit.
impossible kitchen and bathroom messes with wipes and spray cleaners?
AGC works nice and smooth. I got it right in the middle for now. It actually tunes in less than a quarter turn, and it's like strong. Sound level I just got in the middle for now. And if you guys notice, I have all the controls labeled. Amazing. That's probably the first time that thing has output sound since the early 1960s. Okay, it's the next day after adding vac seal. See, it's shiny where I put it. It's not even really tacky anymore. One thing I am going to do that I learned about, see that copper piece in there? The end of the evacuation piece there? I'm going to put vac seal around that too. Less likely, but that could be another source. So we're gonna put a second coat on just to be safe before we call it done, just in case it missed something. I'm pretty sure I didn't, but we're gonna do that right now. Okay, got the second coat of vac seal on this, and that should be it. Just in case I missed something, which, you know, this is a precautionary measure. It's all shiny where you can see where I put it at. And as well as that, I got that the best I could. So that's it. I say by the weekend, go ahead and put our Aquadag or Aerodag G on this thing. Today's date is Saturday, March 16th, and I have some excellent news. You can probably already see what it is. But it's a brand new vertical convergence transformer. Fellow television collector Tim offered to us to buy from him. This is a custom transformer built within probably the last decade or so, specifically for restoring these TVs. And it's all wired in. Here's the old one. Okay, so Fitz had to do a little chart here and some resistance measurements to figure out which wire goes where on this cross-reference listing here. The original one appears to be everything is within spec, but of course, for how long after power up? I mean, don't want to risk blowing out anything else. So that problem's been alleviated. There you go. It will not, this particular one does not fit in this original case, and it's wider. So best thing to do is just mount it like that, and have the wiring in. You got the low voltage coming in the bottom, and then high voltage coming out top to the respective components. And as I've mentioned previously, I labeled all adjustments and stuff because, yep, sound pulled right in. I didn't do any adjustments. It may need something once we get video on it, but it's all labeled. I don't have to keep referencing the schematic back and forth. It's all there. So very, very good news here. One real quick update with this new vertical convergence transformer. There needs to be an 82K ohm resistor in line with the second lead going to this doorknob cap. I didn't have the schematic it came with, so before I even attempted to power this part of the this section up, I'm thoroughly researching it, and I found it on the antiqueradio.org site for the restoration of this. And there it is. You can't see it too well because it's all heat shrunk, but there. So that part's all. That's the only modification you have to do with the new vertical output or vertical convergence transformer. Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to do in this part video. We're going to power up the chassis now with the high voltage enabled. Got the probe stuck in there. As you saw, vertical convergence transformers installed, the proper resistor installed on the one leg. A little nervous.
Yeah, me too.
But, well,
that's why I'm across the room.
He thinks he's going to get blasted with x-rays. Okay, I just don't know. I mean, if there's any hissing or anything, I'm dumping it.
I can hear it.
Oof. It's working. Holy shit. Consistent current draw. I think it's good. It might be not reading exactly 19.5, the high voltage adjustments in the rear. Actually, my meter, oh, it's 0. Well, so it probably just needs tweaked right there. But the good news is the high voltage supply, you hear it spools up. Might be a little off frequency, of course, but I didn't draw any. There's nothing funny going on. Didn't blow any fuses. No magic smoke. 3.8 amps on current draw, and yeah, I mean, I think that was another good test. What do you say?
I agree. Only my ears are still ringing.
Yeah. I'm just nervous because you never know, especially on obtainium parts. The only real way to know if everything's working is when the CRT's hooked up. But before we call this done, with the power off, I'm going to tweak the high voltage potentiometer in the back and try this one more time. And then we'll say, hey, it's good to go for now. And that's all I want to see. I mean, it sounded like it was working, just a little off frequency. And to wrap this part of the video series up, we're going to end with this. I ordered two 10 ohm 20 watt resistors. They're hooked up in parallel. And what's happening is when it's going to be the voltage, the B plus voltage is going to be dependent upon the load downstream. So whenever you have the high voltage circuits in, now with this setup it drops to 380 volts. and without it, it runs at 400. So it's still within spec. So I did that. It seems to work a lot better. Looks a lot neater now. And as for my high voltage probe, I've since calibrated it, and we're running about 18.5 kilovolts. So it just needs a little tweaking, probably with the high voltage adjustment in the back, plus who knows what else. It may also sound like it's running a little bit off frequency, too low. We'll find that out too. I haven't done any alignments or anything yet. This was just a quick and dirty test to make sure everything worked. It did, and I'm very happy. I'm very excited. This is very promising. And I hope you guys enjoyed this part of the restoration. The next video, parts of the video to expect to see, we're going to put the Aerodag G on the 15GP22. Right now we are in the process of restoring the cabinet. The front still has to be done, but as you see, I got it sanded, and the other side is sanded as well. And we'll just go from there. But we already got the top stained, and it looks really good. Still have to put either polyurethane or something else, or polyurethane or the like on it. But we'll do that last, of course. But we got a plan. So compared to what it looked like, this looks all beat up. This is raw, unfinished, and here's my instructor.
That's right.
I did the work, he instructed me, and there we go. So thanks for watching, and hit like and subscribe. Thank you.